wouldn't like me when I'm angry. These words were uttered at the beginning of every episode of The Incredible Hulk. David Banner would lose control and become a large, green, muscular monster that would wreak havoc on all of his enemies. Although we may not turn green and muscular, many times we seem no different than the Hulk when we lose control of our anger. Someone hurts us, things go wrong, and we allow us to turn into some kind of monster and hurt those around us. In today's video, we're gonna learn from the story of Moses hitting a rock. Although anger itself is not a sin, when we allow anger to control us, it always leads to pain and destruction. Now, before we look at the book of Numbers, let's check in with our good buddy, Captain Obvious.
Oh, another great day. Time to be a superhero. Let's see, I got my cape on. And I've got my What happened to my mask? There's glitter all over it. I bet it was my little sister. Ariana! Ariana?
Oh, hi, brother. Did you like what I did to your mask?
No, I don't like what you did to my mask. How could you mess it up like that?
I didn't mess it up. I put glitter on it. It looks pretty.
It does not. You messed it up. How could you do a thing like that? You're the worst sister ever. Now get out of here.
Now look what you have done.
Treelim!
Master Treelim, I didn't see you there. Sorry about that. I kind of lost my cool.
Yes, you did. You were madder than a porcupine in a barber shop.
Huh? What does that even mean?
No questions asked. Now, did you see how your sister was crying?
Well, she should be crying. She made me mad. She put glitter all over my superhero mask. Now I look more like a princess than a superhero. She makes me so mad.
Did you notice that your anger led you to react in a destructive way?
Destructive? All I did was tell her how I felt.
Yes, but you did it in a way that hurt her. You could have told her how you felt without screaming and telling her that she was the worst sister ever. You made her cry.
Yeah, I guess I was a little hard on her, but I just couldn't help it. I was so angry.
It wasn't that you were too angry, it's that you let your anger control you.
What do you mean?
Listen, we all get angry. That's just part of life. But you must remain in control when you are angry. You cannot let anger control you and make you say and do things that you shouldn't.
Oh, kind of like Moses with the rock, huh?
Exactly. In the Bible story the kids are going to learn about today, Moses let his anger control him, and it ends up costing him a great deal.
Just like I did a few minutes ago. Oh, I really messed up, Master Treelim.
Well, I think you should call your sister and make things right.
Me too. Hey, Ariana, can you come in here, please?
You're not going to yell at me again, are you?
No, not at all. I wanted to say that I'm sorry I let my anger get control of me. I said some pretty mean things. Will you forgive me?
Of course I will. And I'm going to give you my allowance so you can buy a new mask.
Aw, you're the best sister ever. And it's time for you to get into your lesson today. You're going to learn the best Bible story ever. It's about how when you lose your cool, you always lose. But for now, I'm gonna go get me a new mask. To the obvious mobile!
What's up, kids? I'm Devontae, and we're gonna have a competition between the boys and the girls for our What's Up. Let me tell you it first. It's don't be a fool, always keep your cool. We're gonna see who can be the loudest between the boys and the girls. So let's have the girls stand up. I'm sorry, just kidding, let's have the boys stand up instead. Now girls, make sure you keep your cool, even though I said you could stand up first. All right, so boys, stand up. I'll give you 3 seconds. You're gonna repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. Don't be a fool. Always keep your cool. Great job, boys. Take a seat. Ladies, you can now stand up, and I want to hear you guys even louder than the boys. All right, 3, 2, 1. Don't be a fool. Always keep your cool. All right, boys and girls, every single person, stand up to your feet. I want everybody to yell as loud as you can on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Don't be a fool. Always keep your cool. And that is our What's Up.
Hello, hello. I am Jabel, famous fashion designer extraordinaire, and I design costumes for superheroes. Today, I am working on a costume for the superhero, recognized only as Moped Susan. Well, while I'm working on that, I need you to get into today's power verse. In today's power verse, it says, don't sin by letting anger control you. Psalm 4:4. What a fantastic power verse. Now, I need some help saying it with me. So, all of the girls, stand up on your feet and let's say it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't sin by letting anger control you. Psalm 4:4. Beautiful job, girls. Have a seat, have a seat. Now I need all of my masculine men to stand up to their feet and let's say it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't sin by letting anger control you. Psalm 4:4. Fantastic job. Have a seat, have a seat. I want to tell you a story about one time when I got mad. I was once just sitting on the park bench designing a costume, minding my own business, and then all of a sudden, I hear a car drive by and say, Zabal! I looked up and it said, your costume designs are bagalaboo! And I'm telling you right now, that is Scandinavian for they are no good! I said to him, Wah! I got so mad, I started kicking over trash cans and slapping babies and pushing out carts into the middle of the road. I had lost my temper, I had lost control. And you have to remember, when you get mad, you have to take a deep breath. You cannot lose control. You have to remember today's power verse. So, I need everyone to stand with me and let's say the power verse together while I calm down. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't sin by letting anger control you. Psalm 4:4. Fantastic job. Have a seat, have a seat. Listen, while you were learning today's beautiful power verse, I finished the custom design for Moped Susan. Would you like to see? Yeah! Okay, here you go. Well, boys and girls, it has been very fun showing you my costume designs. But for now, I need to go design more costumes. So until next time, this is your Bo saying, peace out.
Today's Bible story is found in Numbers, not Exodus, chapter 20. The Israelites had been wandering in the wilderness for a long time. You can imagine how difficult that must have been on them and on their leader, Moses. They had come up onto Kadesh. There was no water to drink there. Sadly, the Israelites were really thirsty. They had begun to get angry and started complaining to Moses. They began to say to Moses, if only we had died already. Why did you bring us out here to the wilderness? We should have stayed in Egypt. They made Moses very angry. You really can't blame him for being upset. He had risked his own life to go into Egypt, speak to Pharaoh, and demand that the Israelites be set free. God had performed miracles after miracles for the Israelites, and now they were complaining because they were thirsty? They were slaves back in Egypt, and now they were saying that they wished they wanted to go back and never left? Moses was very upset. He prayed to God, what to do, Lord? God told Moses, gather the people together and speak to that rock, and it will pour out water. You will provide enough water for the rock to satisfy the whole community and their livestock. Did you hear what God told Moses to do? He said, speak to a rock and it will pour out water for everyone. Moses gathered the people together. Then he let all of his anger out and he yelled, listen, you complainers, do I have to bring water out of this rock? Then he raised his staff and struck the rock twice, with it. The water began to gush out, so everyone had enough water to drink. Moses struck the rock instead of speaking to it. He disobeyed God because he was so angry at the Israelites for their complaining. God told Moses, "Because you did not obey me, you will not be able to lead these people into the promised land." So Moses paid a huge price for his anger and disobedience. He let his anger control him, and it led to him disobeying God. That's what you're going to learn about the rest of this video. You're going to learn that when you let your anger control you, it will cost you. It's gonna cost something. The price isn't worth it. So don't let your anger control you.
Don't sin by letting anger control you. Psalm 4:4.
Today we are learning about something that many of us struggle with. Anger. We all get angry sometimes. How many of you ever been angry at your brother or your sister? Or maybe you got angry at a friend because they did something that hurt you. Or maybe you even got angry at your parents because they wouldn't let you do something you wanted to do, like watch a certain movie or spend the night over someone's house. There are many things that make us angry, and we all get angry. And there's something that you need to understand.
Anger is not a sin. It's true. Anger is an emotion. God created us to have emotion. Anger is an emotion just like happiness is an emotion. Anger is an emotion just like sadness is an emotion. It's not a sin to be angry any more than it is a sin to be happy. How do I know? Because the Bible says in Psalm 4:4, "In your anger, do not sin." That must mean that it is possible to be angry and not sin. So, for example, if I'm just trying to live my life and I'm just on my phone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So what was I saying? So I'm on my phone. I'm just trying to.
I'm sorry.
Josh.
I don't know how this. I don't know where this went. Maybe like that.
Hey. Hey.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry. I did not mean to.
So out of all
spill this.
days, you decided today was the time that you wanted to spill everything.
I wanted to fix. I didn't mean to spill. I mean, it's messed
Yeah,
up
it's
that
fine.
bad.
This is my favorite sweater, but it's cool.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Don't be angry.
Okay, you see what happened here? I wanted you to see the difference between being angry and letting anger gain control over you. Did you notice how at the beginning I was angry, but I was patient? I didn't lose control and do all of these things where if you lose control, you could start sinning, right? You see, getting angry is not a sin, but
letting anger control me is a sin. We've all seen people lose control and yell hurtful things at someone, hit somebody, throw something across the room or something like that, right? When you lose control and let your anger gain control over you, you end up doing things you wish you would have never done or saying things you wish you would have never said, and you end up ultimately hurting people that you wish you would have never hurt before. That's why losing control is a sin. Have you ever heard of road rage? It's when someone is in the car, they're driving or something like that, and as they're driving, somebody cuts them off or honks at them, and that person starts freaking out, right? Sometimes they'll take their car and they'll ram into somebody if they're mad enough, or they do great wild stuff that they wish they never would have done before, right? Well, in our story about Moses, he had a case of road rage himself. He had been traveling on the road with the Israelites for a long time, and he was sick of hearing them complain. He lost control of his anger, and that led him into disobeying God. He paid a high price for his anger. So, what should you do when you get angry? Do you have a choice? Do you have to let anger control you? You sure don't.
I must learn to control my anger. You don't have to lose control. You can control your anger. But you might say to me, I can't control my anger. It's just too much for me to handle. That may be true, but God can help you handle it. You see, kids, our anger is like this. What is it? It's a hand grenade. By itself, just sitting here in my hand, it's pretty harmless. But if I were to pull this pin without even a second, it would explode and do a whole lot of damage. It could even kill someone. Anger is a lot like a hand grenade. When you get angry and lose control, you explode all over everyone around you, hurting people in the process. What you have to do when you get so angry is not pull the pin. Don't allow anger to become sin by losing control. When we are angry, stop, pray, ask God to help you. Take some deep breaths and pray while you do it. Then God can come in on that scene and help you handle your anger before you lose control, explode, hit someone, say something you would regret, hurt those around you with your words. Like I said, don't pull the pin. Give it to God.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rewind Review. We have our competing rivals, Mr. Devante and Miss Monique. Woo! Back for round 2. I would love for you guys to play at home. Let's see how many you get correct. All right, number 1. What's up today?
Don't be a fool. Always keep your cool.
That is true. It's a great lesson. Number 2. What were the Israelites complaining about in our Bible story?
They were dehydrated. They were thirsty.
They were dehydrated. I love me a glass of water.
Same.
Number 3. What did God tell Moses to do to the rock?
He said to strike it twice.
Incorrect.
Oh.
What did God tell Moses to do?
What did God tell Moses to do? Was it to not strike the rock with his staff twice?
So that's what. So that's actually number 4. What
Oh.
did Moses do to the rock? He did strike it, but
Twice?
God told Moses to speak to the rock.
Oh, we skipped ahead of the story.
There it is.
Did you guys catch that at home? I'm sure you did. Number 5. What punishment did God give Moses because of what he had done? He was not allowed to do something. Milk and honey.
Oh.
He couldn't go to the land of milk and flowing with milk and honey.
That is true. And bonus, that land was called Canaan.
Canaan.
Now, number 6. According to our lesson today, anger is not a...
Sin.
That is correct. Number 7. According to our lesson today, letting anger blank me is a sin.
Control.
Control.
See, technically, Mr. Devante, the buzzer went off when she hit it.
Yeah.
So she gets the point.
Okay.
Number 8. According to our lesson today, I must learn to control my blank.
Anger.
Anger, that is
Yep.
correct. Number 9. Is it possible to be angry without sinning?
Yes, it is possible.
Yes, it is. Like when Jesus was in the temple overturning the tables. Number 10. Where was our power verse found?
Let's do it at the same time. 3, 2.
Psalm 4:4. Thank you guys for playing. It seems that Mr. Devante is our winner. I hope to see you guys at our next Rewind Review.
I really like today's What's Up. Don't be a fool, keep your cool. Don't let anger control you, take over. Give it to the Lord. And the thing is anything that we're saying to you guys, we've done too. We've processed it. It's not a magical potion or anything like that, but actually giving and surrendering something to God will change your day. It will change how you respond. And really, when you take that deep breath before you are about to blow, it can change everything. So keep on with us when it comes to this series. We're not going to be talking about anger next week, but we will have something cool. See you later.